1842 from Hartlepool I moved to Crewe. Found myself a job to do, working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy bridges, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging hitches. I was working on the railway. 1843 I broke my shovel across my knee. Went to work with a company in the Leeds to Selby Railway. I was wearing corduroy bridges, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging hitches. I was working on the railway. In 1844, I landed on the Liverpool shore.
Hi folks, and welcome along. Long intro there because I was looking at YouTube and it wasn't coming up live. So there's obviously a long delay between us. But never mind, we can work with that. So, supporting me tonight, I have got find the mouse, there it is. The wonderful Joe.
Good evening.
And the incredibly talented William Kay.
Good evening, everybody.
That's another
Ignore the
person with a
incredibly
mouse
talented
problem.
bit.
Now,
How's
William is
everybody doing?
5 subscribers short of 4,000. So if you're not subscribed to William, get over there and hit that subscribe button.
5.
And I'm about 195 million short of a million. So if you want to hit me up mine as well.
Is there going to be a giveaway if you hit?
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, Joe, that's a thought.
There might be.
I'm going to do a giveaway tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. What I make tonight, I'm going to give away because I don't want it. Save me burning it.
I don't
We'll do
want
a giveaway tonight. I've only just thought of it, so I have no idea how we're going to do this. But what I make tonight is being given away.
Yeah, so watch this space.
Right, we're doing a hashtag week. I don't know if anybody saw Steve's at lunchtime. And the hashtag is candle stand. So whilst he was doing that, I came up with a design in my head. And, well, this is how it went. Piece of ash. There you go, finished. Good night, Don.
Take care, everybody.
Bye. Bye for now.
See you next week.
Now, the design I come up with, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. But find the chuck key. I'm trying to make one that would work on a boat. So it'd be a Gimble candle stand. There's no measurements, just an outline of a picture of what I think it's going to be. So I think there's going to be 7 pieces of wood turned and put together. So it's a bit terry-like, I suppose, isn't it? Covering Terry's life, if that's appropriate. So I'm going to start by making this round. When I do that, hopefully Joe will let me know who's here.
I certainly will. Can I just ask, what wood did you say it was?
This is ash.
Ash.
Piece of ash, yeah.
Ash.
Ash on the log.
Okay. Good evening and welcome, everybody. And this evening in the chat we have Norman Greenwell. And let's just say happy birthday to Norman and happy anniversary. Because he's celebrating both today.
Oh, congrats, Norman.
Frederick Day. Got Terry Bartlett. Paul Hoyton, the Greys returner. Mike Evans. Jimmy Charlton. Brent Beecroft. Albert Dawson. Mike Evans. Roy's the Boy. Haley Woodenbale. Wivy Woodshed
Fraction
Andrew.
high.
Carsten Peterson. Mikey Ilminster. Anthony Green. Fred Gilliver. Steve Perkis. Alan Gibb. We've got Ruby Clare. Hi, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby.
We've got Ailey Wood and Burl. Doug Bennett. Terry at Eckington Hearts. Yay!
He says he's watching you, Pete.
Yeah, if all goes wrong, then this is Terry's life.
Lucy Sue Potato Bundy Rowe.
Hey, Lucy.
Roger Kent. We're down to the bottom for now. If I missed anybody out, then I do apologise.
Welcome along, everybody.
We've got Jennifer Crafton Creations in.
Hello, Jennifer. Welcome along.
Now this was obviously one bit of log that I cut to length and then cut in half. So it's a bit all over the place, but that's fine.
Looks nice and dry.
Yeah, it is pretty dry, this stuff.
Mark at Turn Again Crafts is in. Evening, Mark.
Good evening, Mark.
Hiya, Mark.
And Andy the
Mark
Ballywood trainer
is
joined
Jack's
us.
dad, and it was Jack's birthday yesterday, I believe.
Okay.
He's now 11, so he's a member of the local club and he's a turner as well. Youngest member we got.
Oh,
Excellent.
wow.
So it's going through my mind and trying to figure out what shape I was doing this.
We've got Stephen Madden in. Good evening, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen. Welcome
Hi,
along.
Stephen. Is Rob of Copper Owl in yet?
No, not yet.
I haven't
Ah.
seen him.
Not unless he's hiding in the background.
Let me know when he comes in, or if he does.
Will do. So this evening, Pete's doing a candle stand. It's part of the hashtag week. If you missed it. Susie the Swiss Wood Turner's in. Good evening,
Hello,
Susie.
Susie.
Suppose I better think about some dimensions, didn't I?
Yeah, that will help you along
It
in the
might.
process.
Well, it'll help me along because I don't have a clue anyway. So
Yeah, I'm a bit lost too, Joe. So don't feel too bad.
it's a shame when it's about lying on us.
Well, if you look inside my head, this is an exact copy of what I'm thinking of.
All right, well that's good. That helps. It reminds me of a base to those clocks that you can get, which the wood goes up around them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. I reckon I want to go down a little bit there. Yeah, we can work with that.
Oh, good. Now, Terry's saying we're off to Mont Saint Michel tomorrow, so early night as long. It's a long drive, so off to bed. But just thought I would check on Pete to make sure he behaves. And hello, Susie. I've been to Mont Saint Michel. It's a beautiful place.
You have
Yeah,
fun,
it's
Terry.
quite nice, isn't it?
It's a long
The
time
Cornish
since
one's
I've been
better,
there.
I think.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Not done the Cornish one, so I can't compare. So have you made one of these before then, Pete?
No,
All right. So there's
I have seen them.
totally right. So it's all in your head.
I sort of understand the mechanics of it, but I've never made one.
Okay.
It's one, two, third tool now.
Are you doing well?
You got him using.
Terry's saying the Cornish one is 50 euros cheaper too, Pete. Do they charge you to go on air? I can't remember that.
Nothing is free anymore, Joe.
No, we are talking about 47 years ago, I suppose. Ooh, 47 years ago.
Yeah, the Cornish one, you've got to pay even to get onto the island now, let alone to do the castle.
Oh,
Ever since COVID.
well, that's where it all started, I suppose. Including COVID.
Terry says, I'm in a place called St. Madden.
And Frederick Day has got a question. Is that a Colwyn Way skew? I spied there.
There is one here, yeah.
Is that the one you were using just there?
That's the Colwyn one, but the one I was using was the Ashley Isles.
There's just too many.
That's the one I was using. This one,
That's a dainty
which
little
is
one, yeah.
the rolled edge, half-inch
Yeah.
Ashley Isles one.
Do you find that you prefer one make of
No.
tools?
No,
No,
this
I'm
is Pete.
finding less and
Pete
less of
likes
that.
one of every.
Oh my goodness.
At the end of the day, you're looking at a piece of steel that's milled, and they all seem to be milling pretty much the same these days. So if somebody comes up with a different shape which suits what I want to do, then yes, I would prefer that one. But
Right.
it's more about the shape of the tool than the brand of the tool.
Right.
But this is a prototype, and although I'm giving it away, I'm not going to sand it up and make it posh because it's a prototype and it might not work at all.
We've faith in you, Pete.
Terry's saying that the car park from Mont Saint Michel is 24 euros, and then it's 12.5 euros per person to get on the island.
Holy moly.
Wow.
That's a bit
24
steep.
euros for car park. Yeah, it is a bit steep, I think. I can accept the 12.50, but wow.
Where am I going with this? What am I doing?
Pete, we haven't got a clue.
You said you weren't going to sand it, but never said anything more after that.
Yeah, just make the bottom of it flat anyway.
No, this is the top. Or is it the bottom?
Oh, that's the top.
No, this is the bottom. Just
You
looking
see,
from
you
my
can-
memory, and that's the wrong shape.
Well, nobody else would notice because
Well, I
it's
don't
all.
really know either. I mean, my memory's rubbish. It's not far off.
Well,
We can work with that.
we've just booked Harrogate today.
Oh,
Are
We
you
weren't
going?
going
good on
to go. Yeah, we weren't going to go, but we are now.
Cool.
So we're staying Friday and Saturday night.
you. Oh, good on you.
So if anyone else is going,
No, a bit far from me, Joe.
come on, you could fly over to Leeds Bradford and we could pick you up. It's only up road.
Maybe next year.
It'd be lovely if you could.
I'll swing up north and grab Brian, and two of us will hop on a plane. And
Well, it's probably the cheapest way of doing it, really,
yeah,
because
oh
the
yeah,
ferry in winter is probably cheaper, but it's still going to cost you about 260 quid to get to Cairn Ryan.
ah,
Yeah.
there's Brian in the chat. All right,
Good
Brian.
evening, Brian.
He says he just bored on the flight home. He says, have a good one, guys. Safe travels, buddy.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it? Because it's to Belfast. Must only
No.
take about an hour, does it?
He'll probably be
Lovely.
home to catch the last half of this life.
Put the extractor on.
Really.
Hang on.
Brian Greenhaven Creations is on.
Hello, Brian. Welcome along,
Good
buddy.
evening, Brian. I'm envious of Brian because he lives, I believe, on Vancouver Island, but you can get little boat trips out and you can spot
Wow.
orca, killer whales, and I love them.
Yeah, Brian says 1 hour flight back to the rain.
Well, it's been
It's been a
raining
good day
today.
here today, Brian.
Has it?
Yeah,
We've
it
had
hasn't
rain
been too
today.
bad here. We had a little this morning, but not much.
I think that'll do.
Ah, right. So that's the first piece of 7.
First of 7, yeah, but it's got to have a hole in it yet.
Ooh. Look at the grain. It's lovely, isn't it?
Ash is beautiful wood. It really is.
Right, so I'm going to take my speed back down because I'm drilling. And just going to go all the way through there.
What speed is it that you've taken it down to?
I'm down to 420.
Yeah, we tend never to drill over 500 RPM on the lathe.
Okay. You see, I've learned something new there.
I mean, you can drill faster if you move the drill bit faster, but it just blunts them. And I hate sharpening drill bits.
Yeah, same.
Have I gone through? Yep, we're through.
Christine and Michael Heseltine have joined us. Good evening, both of you.
Good evening, Christine and Michael. Welcome along.
Terry Bartlett says, "See you, Joe. We are doing Wednesday to Sunday. I will get the coffee. Look forward to it." Terry. We've got
I'm
Dewey
going to put the other
shedding.
half of the same branch on.
Evening, Dewey.
So you can watch me rub down again.
Okay.
Turn the
Dean.
extractor off because it's noisy.
Dean has joined us.
Good evening, Dean.
You've got 53 people watching you, Pete.
Wow, welcome everybody.
And Brian's rubbing it in of the sun being out in Oxfordshire for the last
Yeah,
few
I was just
days.
reading that, Joe. The big yellow thing in the sky, that was a bit scary, but I'm okay. Time for flight mode. He must be. You're going to have to switch his phone off now. So.
All right, safe journey.
Should we get our tourists at the wrong height tonight? Do you have days like that?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you just sort of slap it in a place and it's bang on every time.
I like the way you said that. You just slap it in a place.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's right. It's bang on. I spend half a day trying to get it in the right place.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Oops.
Other days.
It doesn't quite work.
This is a risk you take with this because I've just used the Forstner bit. I've got a parallel hole there. So it's not a great connection, but it's good enough for what I'm doing here. With a bigger chuck, I would take it up to about 10" with just a parallel hole. I'd be quite happy.
Shane Hurst is in. Good evening, Shane.
Good evening.
Got an inclusion there, which is right in the wrong place. I don't want that. Never mind. I don't want to stay on there, does it?
No, he's not having any of it.
Terry says,
bring tailstock up, that'll sort it out.
This is right. It looks good so far, Pete. So off to bed, Ruth's already asleep, and we'll catch the rest tomorrow when I get home. Cheers,
Fair
everyone.
enough.
And oh,
Take
by
care,
the way,
Terry.
Joe, I've booked the hotel for Harrogate, but not if going there. Does he mean just not if you're going there? He's a cheeky.
He's a toad.
Who's that?
Oh, Terry, I tell you what, I'm going to run him down on my scooter.
Yeah, get him.
I didn't get him last time.
No, you didn't. You were a very good driver last time.
Oh, thank you very much.
Or a very bad driver because you missed Terry, but...
Dean says, oh dear. Yeah, oh dear twice. Yeah, Pete has it sus now.
Yeah. Right, third time lucky, Pete.
Third time.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the tailstock up. That'll just stabilise it.
Yeah.
It's actually gone back in the chuck in a different position, so...
Alan Gibbs says, keep going, Pete. Hat trick coming up.
Yep. That's close enough. Set normal speed, that'll make it more fun.
So, before we went live, William showed us a couple of snowmen he's made just recently. Is anyone else making the festive little fellas to stand at craft shows and anything like that? I think there is.
Yeah. And they sell well, you know.
Well, yeah, but they look beautiful, what you've done. So if there's something wrong if they don't sell. Where do
I'm
you
well
go
behind with my Christmas stuff this year, so I think I might have to postpone Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Me too.
Have it in February instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you'll catch up by then?
Maybe. Or find another excuse, one or the other.
I have a craft fair on next Friday. That's why I said I'd do a small few.
Oh, Roy's saying he's made some LED like clear globe snowmen.
Oh yeah, they look cool, Roy.
Yeah, anything
Like the
like
ones
that.
Emma makes, I think, is it?
Alan says that he's been making things for Halloween for his daughter.
Oh yeah, that's
okay,
coming up
well,
first, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yes.
I have
Paul
had a
Norfolk
request to make
Hunter.
some black things for Halloweenish.
Ooh,
That's why I was playing around with ebonising. But
oh,
as I'm away next week, I'm not sure if I can get it done or not.
right, okay.
I had
Now,
orders in the last 2 weeks. I've been working quite hard, so haven't really done much for the craft fair type markets.
well, you can only do so much, can't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, craft fairs you make it and hope to sell it. If it's an order,
true
you've got it
enough.
sold before you turn it, so they get priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, given that this has come off the chuck twice, just bringing that tailstock up means I'm running at 1,600 RPM,
So that's warp speed.
and
Mm.
I'm taking a whole half-inch cut.
Yeah, I think there was a question there.
Yeah, we've
Going
got
right to the
Paul
edge.
Norfolk Hunter in.
Going right to the edge is a bad idea.
Welcome along, Paul. He wanted to know what size ball gouge you were using, Pete. It's a 5/8, is it?
Yeah,
The Yorkshire Bits in.
Hello, Glenn.
So,
He says, so who's going to Harrogate?
so we've got Haley from Wooden Bailey's.
Joe's
We
going to
know
Harrogate.
I'm going to Harrogate. Terry Bartlett's going to Harrogate, so is Roy's the boy.
Ruby's going to
Um,
Harrogate.
We've got Karsten Pedersen.
I believe Wayne is going to be demonstrating at Harrogate.
Jewish said, I was asking Glenn if Wayne was going to be there.
Yeah, I believe he's demonstrating. I can't remember who for, but I vaguely remember a conversation where he was demonstrating.
And Andrew with your woodsheds is trying to see who you've got to avoid, Glenn. And laughy faces. Norman Greenwell says he's going to be there Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Paul Hoyton said he's going to be there. Oh, we met Paul last time because we were sat with
We did, yeah.
you. Yeah, it was with you, Pete, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had dinner together, didn't we?
We did. But was that Harrogate or was that...
Harrogate,
Are you sure?
I think.
Or
No, it
was
wasn't.
it...
It was
It
Newark.
wasn't. It was Newark.
Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newark. I don't know. So many places that sell tools.
Roy wants to know what hotel is people staying at? Sleep in the
Where's...
car, Roy. It'd be cheaper.
It would be cheaper. Glenn and I are staying at the Premier in South, Harrogate South, which is a stone throw away from the
Nah, that's what you want.
venue.
I just changed my size there because there was a bit of bark I didn't want. So that's now gone.
Jennifer
Yeah.
says they'd be there on the Saturday as the boss is working.
Yeah. And Lucy says she's going to be there Saturday as both kids are at school on Friday. So there's a few people going.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
Yeah, I
going,
think it'll be a
recognise...
busy show.
I wouldn't recognise Haley. So you need to... I don't know.
Haley's easy to spot. She's the one you don't recognise.
All right. Sorts that out. Now, Dewey's asking, is there an overnight parking for a van in Harrogate near Travelodge West? Well, I don't know. Haley says she'll jump in front of me buggy to check my emergency braking.
No, I wouldn't, Haley.
No. And Paul Norfolk Hunter is asking, can you recommend a prescription safety glasses supplier? You just said you went to your opticians, didn't you, Pete?
We were only just talking about that before we came on.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Recommend where to get a prescription safety glasses from. It was just your opticians, wasn't it?
Yeah, just the optician. You just got to ask for them. They all do them, but they're not in their normal range. So if you ask for them, they could get them made for you. I've had to modify mine. I'll stop and show you in a minute.
Lucy says she thinks Specsavers do them. I think Specsavers do as well.
I'd have thought so. Glyn.
So this is my safety glasses. Obviously shatterproof lens, but pretty much all of them are these days because of the plastics they use. But it's got a side piece here to stop the water coming in from the side. They're also close fitting. Now these side pieces were clear, and I couldn't cope with it because it just gave me a weird refractive view from the side. So I had to put tape on mine. Originally it was just bits of masking tape, but once I figured out I was going to do it, I put some aluminium foil tape on there just to look posh.
Oh, aye.
Bling them up a bit.
Yeah, bit of bling.
Blings in.
Good evening.
Glyn has said Lucy is easy to spot. Just look down low.
Yeah.
Cheeky
That's
kid.
naughty, Glyn. And Andrew Weavy Woodshed says he's got his safety glasses from Asda opticians,
Opticians at Asda.
and
Yeah.
it was £80. So that's I don't
Yeah,
think
they're going
that's
to cost
bad at
about the same as any pair of glasses, basically. If you don't need prescription lenses, then you can just get off the shelf goggle types. But if you need prescription lenses, then you've got to pay for them.
Now, Lucy's come back and said, Glyn, I just bite all your ankles. Good reply.
Do you know what? I'm going to use a special tool here
Ooh.
just to add to the tool count.
How many tools are we on now?
I don't know. But I need them all. I need every single one of them. They're all vitally important.
Okay.
This is a little 3-inch tool rest that Brian made for me.
That's a dainty little one.
And it's really good when you're doing things that are right in the way of each other.
A little round bar skew.
That means you can get in close, doesn't it?
Oh, Brian
This
was
is
here.
another Ashley Isles skew. It's a round bar skew. But I couldn't get my head around how to sharpen it, so I've unskewed it. It's straight across.
Oh, right. I was just saying, Brian was here last week and I forgot to give him the round bar skew.
Oh,
there'll be another opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I was using Mark's round bar skew, the 5/8 one he's got, for doing delicate work, like putting the ornament on the end of Christmas trees that were less than 4 inches long. So we're talking about 3mm. Cutting that with it was fine. Right, now this piece of wood isn't ideal because this post has got a knot in it, which I didn't want. But I'm going to go with it anyway. So I'm going for 10mm post, which I can't cut with that because of the knot. So we're going to have to sort of work our way down to it.
Glenn says he can have mine with pleasure. A bloody thing. And my sentiments exactly, Glenn. A hateful thing.
Wonderful things. Just got to use them in the right circumstances. I mean,
That's why
actually using
you're.
it as a sort of standard skew is quite easy.
Yeah, that's why you're getting mine, Pete.
Oh yes, Glyn and skews do not get on.
No, me either.
You've got the same problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have lots of holes in your wall then?
No, no.
Just
Glyn
ask.
didn't make a hole in the wall; he made it in the ceiling.
Yeah, we had to because we've got blooming. It's not a closed-in ceiling, so you see all rafters.
Whatever
I
about
switched to a
the
planing
flat
cut
view.
purely because of that knot.
Yeah,
I
but
would have just done
the
the whole
round
thing with
bar.
a peeling cut otherwise.
Sorry, P. I said the round bar skew is so unforgiving.
All skews are there to test you.
Oh yeah.
And don't they just?
They bite you and say, "You were paying attention, weren't you?"
Andrew says, just open it with open your tins of wax, Glyn. Jennifer's gone on to say, please don't forget your thumbs up, guys.
Yeah, I only work for thumbs up.
You have 17 thumbs up, Pete.
Excellent.
40 is watching. Come on, guys. This can do better than that.
Pivot one.
Okay.
I've got room to take a fraction off the end of that, so I will.
Oh, you see
Good
how
man, Alan. Yeah,
sounds like Glyn.
yeah. No, skews don't like me.
I like the way they give you such a good finish.
They do. But I'm really, really good at texturing with it. I can do really, really good spirals.
Oh, you're right. Roy's saying that Harrogate South ain't cheap this year, and the last orders are at 9 p.m. I think they've just got a captive market, haven't they? They've just,
Well, it's, all Premier Inns are doing it, and I've stopped using them because of it.
yeah,
They stopped serving food. Yeah, if you're there using it as a hotel and you're there all afternoon, that's fine. But I use them for travelling. So when I'm riding the bike, I ride until I get tired. Then I pull into a hotel, get something to eat, and get to sleep. If they stop serving food at 8 o'clock, well, I can't get anything to eat when I arrive. That's no good to me.
no.
Right, I'm gonna have to change chucks as well now, I think.
Oh, heck. And now the last orders are at 9 p.m. That's
early.
Yeah, that means it's no good for a party.
Well, you see, the thing is, you need to make last order at about quarter to nine, but just order a barrel.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's the way to go, isn't it? Do it
Yeah.
en masse. No. But they're really expensive. I'm going to a wedding. No, we are going to a wedding next year in April. And I'll get my words out in a minute. They've done the exact same thing on the Saturday at that Premier Inn. Yeah, I think it's costing us £172. It's a lot of
Yeah,
money
it's
for one
crazy,
night,
isn't it?
isn't it? They used
That's
to
a
be
lot,
cheaper.
Joe.
It's the only way we can let our hair down though is stay over. So
Yeah.
it's in the middle
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Well, that's it. They know they've got you.
Yeah.
But it's all post-COVID, isn't it? It was all good until then. Back to the 9-inch tool rest.
They're robust. They're a good tool rest, Pete.
Robust, yeah. I do like the robust ones. Sweet. My 8-tail stocks are in my way, so I'm going to have to move that a minute. Which means tidying up the end of the lathe to move it to.
All right. So I stayed at one, bought 2 pints at 9 and had to leave the bar at 10. Oh, that sucks, right?
Mind you, when you've been out all day, you've had dinner and you've relaxed a little while, you get really sleepy, don't you, once you've eaten?
No.
No.
I know you. Look, you stay in fields, Pete. So just
This is true. Yeah, it's about right.
your parties don't end till 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
This is very true, Joe. I tend to
Yeah.
enjoy doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you
And
all
it's
get to Harrogate, you just need to just drive out, find a field with a gate open, and in you go.
just
Yeah.
buy a giant tent. You can get 10 and 12 men tents.
Well, the organised ones will have a bar. The disorganised ones, you arrive, you unload all your luggage, go to the local supermarket, fill your luggage up with beer, and go back to the field.
Yeah,
Just like that.
just like that. Well, Harrogate is a really, really nice place to go to. It's last year it was really festive, even in November when the show was on. They made an effort for people. I like my creature comforts as well, Lucy. The trouble is, if I get down on the floor in a field, you'll never get me back up again.
Yeah, we've had a few where people have fallen down and been left there till the Sunday.
You would never leave somebody there.
More drink for the ones that's standing.
Yeah.
No, we look after each other pretty well, really. Most of the time.
If you're able to. Glenn says, Pete, I go to hotels with warm bars and the bike is in secure parking.
That's what you need.
Well, you do nowadays. What's
Change
that
the
thing
camera
on your
for that.
pencil?
Oh, little
Don't
magnet, is it?
I'm on about the lead pens.
Come on. Get into focus. A bit faster than that, please.
There we
That's
go.
rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit of a Doctor Who moment, Pete.
Let's go with that one instead. Right,
I'm
so I've
definitely
just
not
put a line across the middle there.
right.
And I want a line around the edge as well to figure out where I'm going to be. So there. Only 2 holes there.
Lucy's saying we need to find a humongous Airbnb together. Well, I think Tiller's Murfield, I think they stay in an Airbnb.
Yeah, Dan usually finds an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Yorkshireman, and he don't want us to pay the money for a hotel. Okay, so that's what we got so far, and that spins.
Right.
We need to put something on the end of that and stop it from falling out, but we'll worry about that later. But there's room there. I can either drill a hole and put a pin through, or make a small wooden plug and just fit it on there, but that's a later problem. And I've got, if I can get out of the light, I've got 2 marks here, which I'm going to drill holes on my drill press in a minute. And that will be for the risers, which we're going to do next.
Sounds like you have a plan, Pete.
It's in my imagination.
I still don't know what you're doing.
It's a dangerous place, that is, but you know, it's there.
I didn't like to say, but I'm intrigued.
So Chuck comes off at the stage.
Roy was saying that we're lucky to have got a room for Harrogate because a friend of his tried to book and said it was fully booked. So someone must have cancelled.
I think a lot of people do book early and then sort of use the cancellation to change their minds down the line. Because a lot of them, they'll book it last year sort of thing and then decide if they go in later. Okay, so I've got my light pole drive. These are going to have a tenon on the end of them. So you won't be able to see this end. So I might as well drill a hole in there, stick it on there, and it makes it easy to turn the whole piece of wood.
That's a good idea.
I've also changed the view and you'll be able to see. I've also drilled halfway through it with a 6mm drill bit at that point.
Okay.
This is where normally I get it wrong when I drill at the wrong end. But this time I got it right. I was going to do this and leave this bit square, but my 2 pieces aren't cut accurately. They just sliced off a bit of scrap. So they're going to be round.
You're going to round them.
Or roundish.
Roundish.
So
she's good.
if you want to practice a skew, this is on a about 2mm friction drive. So if you get a catch, it's just going to stop.
Those light pole drives are so handy.
So it's an excellent way to practice the skew and do it with confidence, really. At the end of the day, if it catches, it's not going anywhere because it's going to stop the wood. In fact, I might even try to do that in a minute. No, I won't.
No, you won't.
We've got 7 pieces of wood to cut, so At another time, I will demonstrate that.
Paul Norfolk Hunter is asking what angle.
You're seeing
do you
it there
grind your
actually, because
skew?
I'm cutting this with a spanner. It's just a scrape cut. When it catches, it just stops. So, you know, if you get a catch with a skew, that's what's going to happen. It's just going to stop.
Right. Paul Norfolk Hunter's got a question. What angle do you grind your skew?
This one is 20 degree. My oval ones are 15 degree. My round bar one is 25 degrees. When you get new skews, they tend to be at 25. There's a good reason for that. The 25 is much less likely to catch. So it's more forgiving.
You would think.
But I compare it to driving a bus at 25 degrees. So you got to corner a bit slowly, but it'll do it. It's slow and sure. I'm driving an ordinary family car at 20 degrees, which you know, they steer around corners pretty well. If you get down to 15 degrees, you're on a Ferrari, so it'll go fast. It'll crash fast as well. I'm making this up as I go along because this bit wasn't in my imagination.
Ooh.
Lynn wants to know, is that the included angle, Pete? 12.5 degrees each side?
No,
Or-
no, 15 each side, giving me included a 30.
That scalpel that Terry uses is probably sharpened at 12.5 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Terry's Russian knife is included a 14 degrees, so that's 7 degrees each bevel. That's quite a specialised piece of kit.
Andy does 60s in. Good evening.
Good evening, Andy. Welcome along.
Are you coming to Harrogate, Andy, this year?
Little micro bead on the end there, half bead. Such a 180. Careful not to sand my tenon bit because obviously I've sized that.
Frederick did say, would it be easier if you turned that a bit faster? It seems a bit slow to me, but that might just be the video. Or the view.
I'm running at 16. It would be easier at higher speed, but it's good enough.
I will see you there, Andy. Then.
I'm just being lazy. It means adjusting dials if I change the speed.
And that's a big thing, isn't it, Pete? Adjusting a dial.
Now with this friction drive, if you just hold it after you've sanded it, because you don't want any splinters, just hold it there. You can take your tailstock away and it'll still spin. And then you can just get that edge if you can keep hold of the sandpaper. And because you're pushing in on the end, it's still driven.
Right.
I'm not responsible if that comes off and hits you in the eye, but it does work.
Hopefully not.
Then I want my other post.
So this is part 4.
Yes, fourth piece.
It's 2 minutes to 9.
Okay. Same again.
Says he has to go now. A family member's just turned up. All right, bye for now, Roy.
Take care, Roy. Thanks for popping in, mate.
Glenn's asking, is that a recommended technique in the AWGB manual, Pete?
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Is that a recommended technique in the AWGB manual, Pete?
No, I don't think it is.
He's a devil.
Well, I don't think actually rounding off with a skew is recommended either, although it's commonly done.
You make it look easy, Pete.
Does, doesn't he?
No, I'm in the habit of switching hands when I'm going that way. But I did the skew masterclass with Colwyn the other day, and he doesn't switch hands. He moves his body around at 90 degrees to the lathe.
Yeah, I have to do that as well.
And keeps it in the right hand.
Which do you find easier?
Which I'm sure I was taught at some point. But I find it easy to use my left hand, so I just do it. And then I forget that I've ever done it any other way.
No, my left hand is just for balance, Pete. It just stops me falling over to one side.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, I mean, it's either way works just as well. Obviously, because I was using a skew, I'm over height for this really, but it doesn't matter. Just got to lift the handle higher.
That was a good guess.
Pretty much where we want it. This is where you need a storyboard, and I haven't got one. I'm just going to copy it off the other one. So I've got a V cut and a bit half bead there, and round it off there.
Norman's saying that was a good course with Colwyn.
Yes. I was thinking today, because I'm packing, I got a demo on Thursday, and I'm packing my toolbox for that, as it takes me a while to figure out exactly what I need to take. And I'm on the course. The 2 guys I'm doing the course with came from the Cornwall Club. And they turned up with these nice, really posh leather tool rolls. My tools were in a Sainsbury's bag on the bike.
doesn't matter. Mike dances with aardvarks in. Good evening. Did I miss it?
Good
No,
evening,
you've
Mike.
not missed anything yet. We're on part 4 of 7. No, is it part 4 of 7?
Yeah, part 4 of 7.
There are 7 parts to this evening's item.
And Pete's making a doohickey for a candle.
A doohickey.
Or something like that.
Go straight to 240 because I want to.
I see, Pete, sometimes when you're using the skew, you hold the skew close to the ferrule. Do you find you get a little bit more stability
Sometimes
from
I
it,
hold the
or
blade.
accuracy, or
Sometimes I hold the blade itself.
is it just a personal thing?
Actually, I missed a V-cut there. This is particularly true of Colwyn's skew, which isn't that one. It's that one. The place to hold it is there. The handle is
Okay.
just there for balance. Get your fingers right up close. And then you're working close and intricate.
Yeah.
This skew has got a very short handle. It's quite a heavy piece of wood, so I don't want a long handle. All it's there is for balance. And I'm holding it between there and there, depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I don't need a long handle.
Because I always tend to hold the skew with my hand out on the very end of the handle. I don't think you have the same finesse with it.
It's very easy to get it very wrong if you hold it there.
Yeah.
The closer you are to the tip, the less you're likely to trip over yourself.
Okay.
The more leverage you got, you can. I'm trying to get hold of Aaron Lance's skew at the moment because I played with Colwyn's on that course and I liked it a lot. I don't need it, but I want it. And that is a big old weighty piece of kit that you basically need a big handle because you're bullying it into place.
Yeah.
Right, now I need to disappear to the drill press a minute. Have
Two
you got
holes to drill.
Have you got your snowman handy, William?
Oh yeah.
I'll stick you on screen. You can show them that when I'm doing the drill press.
We've got Andy Best that's joined
Yay.
us. Oh, look at that, everybody.
His little pipe. And there's his buddy.
Brilliant.
So that's what
really
I've been
fiddly
at
for the
today.
pipes.
Yeah.
Very, the actual stalk and what have you. Really delicate work.
Yeah. Cocktail stick, Joe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That was me thinking you turned it.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's it. It's just, you've spoiled it now. But they're brilliant.
Yeah. So I've got a little army of them there, and to be finished. Look.
Excellent.
Oh.
Right.
So all of you turners that aren't getting ready for Christmas, William's just put you to shame.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Do you enjoy turning them?
Oh yeah, I love turning. I love turning anything. I love turning anything. I'll show you one of this week's nice pieces I got to do. Don't know if any has seen the video. So this was this week's video.
Yeah.
So that's 17.5 inch U.
That's
I
beautiful.
still to take the tenon off. So that was a nice turn.
Excellent.
It was a hard turn, but a nice turn.
Yeah, it was a good one to watch actually. And it's a nice piece of wood.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting to his big brother. That was actually a slab I cut off of a large bowl blank. It's probably about 18 inches by 7 inches. So
Ah, cool. Right, I'm coming back on now. Right, now the next piece of wood, I'm going to cheat. Piece of 6mm dowel.
Oh. And Frederick's saying those snowmen have just given him an idea for incense smokers. He's just made one in the shape of a policeman.
ah, cool. Jennifer says there, brilliant. Well, thank you, Jen.
I'm not going to cut that on my tool rest. I'm going to go over here and cut it on a piece of wood.
Yeah. Safer.
Yeah. Right, so far, that pivots. So if the ship moves, it can turn that way. And I've got a pivot point here. So what I've got to do is make my candle holder fit onto there. And that'll pivot as well. So
Excellent.
my imagination might not be quite as messed up as I thought it was.
Now I see where you're going. It's finally clicked.
You
it's
thought
only
it was
been
messed
it's
up?
only been an hour and 10 minutes.
And I've got to change to another chuck.
And Mike says gimbals.
Gimbals, yay.
Yep.
That's the word I was trying to think of. What did I call it, Joe? A doohickey.
Doohickey.
Yeah, doohickey. Same thing.
I've heard that somewhere before, but
Very cool.
That was a bad idea. I was just knocking stuff off the shelf.
yeah. Let's create work for yourself.
Oh no, it just fell on the floor.
Yeah, I always wait till there's at least 3 things, Pete, before I go down to get them. Just keep kicking them all into the corner.
Yeah.
What you like?
Right, I have cheated here. I've already taken the bark off of this. I've also drilled a hole in the end, 22mm, which is going to take that. Which is just a brass insert, which may stop the candle setting fire to the candle holder straight. It's quite as quick, but probably won't. And it goes in that far, so I'll grab my pencil. Because this is on a gimbal that's weight powered, I need sort of taper it into here and have a weight down at the bottom here, because that will hopefully keep the candle upright, in theory.
So we keep mentioning the word gimbal.
Yeah.
What is a gimbal then?
A gimbal
Exactly.
is a device that holds something still whilst everything around it is moving.
Okay. Okay.
These days, it's mostly for video cameras and things like that.
Yeah.
You get a gimbal.
Multi-axis attachment point.
You get a gimbal that you're holding your camera on, and it will keep everything nice and neat, so you don't get juddery movement.
drone cameras will tend to always be on a gimbal.
Yeah.
Well, I've not heard of the word before, so now I know.
Right, now then. I'm going to go with a spindle gouge.
And Mike says originally for
It is after
ship's
all a spindle.
compasses. Maybe earlier than that.
I'm going to start with a spindle gauge. I might switch to a skew in a minute. That one.
Vinny has to go. He says, sorry, guys, catch it later. Take care, Vinny. Thanks for popping
Cheers,
in.
Vinny.
Take care.
I've seen a question there earlier, Joe. Someone was asking Pete if his workshop was heated. Did you get me? Did you ask?
I didn't. No.
No. Yeah, Pete's workshop is heated.
Heated in winter.
Sorry, I
That was
missed that. What was that?
Paul Norfolk Hunter. Yeah. Sorry, Pete. Yeah, Paul was just asking, was your workshop heated in the winter?
Yes. Yeah, I have a diesel heater. It doesn't show it. Got a controller down here, which you can't see because the camera's at the wrong angle, which I thought it wasn't. But hey, so I can't show you. But I've got a diesel heater, which is actually situated in the wood store next door to the workshop. And in the winter, that gets through about probably a gallon of fuel a week. About that. But remember, I'm out here for 7-8 hours a day, most days. Well, except when I'm being lazy.
I don't think that's bad.
I sometimes leave mine on for days at a time.
If it aired.
Yeah. I bought one. I think I paid about 107 euros. It's the Viver one. It's an 8 kilowatt, the Chinese diesel heater.
Yeah.
And I'm after getting 4 years out of it so far, and it's after running all winter and no problem.
Well, you've had a good use out of it then,
Yeah,
haven't
I've got my money's worth out of it easily.
you?
And
Yeah,
so
mine's
easy
quite
on
old
fuel.
as well. I mean, I don't do anything to it. I just use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike's saying, according to Google, the gimbal was first described by the Greek inventor Philo of Byzantium on 280 to 220 BC. That's a long time ago, isn't it? I mean, that's
Yeah, so you can't patent this one, Pete.
1,200 years ago. 2,000 out.
Right, so I need another hole now.
2,000 years ago.
I'm going to do out the lathe with a hand drill. It's only a little 6mm hole.
Right. How clever were our ancestors to work these things out?
Mine were very clever.
Yeah.
Shame they produced me.
No, don't say that.
You ever watched that film, Idiocracy?
No.
The film itself is rubbish, but the first 5 minutes is brilliant.
Okay. So we'll watch the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the first 5 minutes. The rest of it is somewhat or nothing. But right, so that'll take my dowel. I've drilled it now so I can tidy up as I go. I'll tape it down, and I need it to be. Oh, we're good.
Mike says, anyone else remember having to take a candle out to an outside toilet, shielding it against the wind and the rain?
Wow.
Well, I was doing the modern version of that last weekend. You just
The
hold the torch,
light on your
In the
phone.
field.
but the toilet was still outside. Mind you, I was in a tent, so it's probably a good thing.
What do you do? Just pack up a 2-man tent and go?
I have a 4-man tent because they tell lies about how many people you can get in a tent.
Yeah, they can do.
I put my bed diagonally across the tent in order to get in there at all. And then I've got crash helmets and jackets and everything else to go in there.
Yeah.
So this is the right-handed planing cup. You see my feet, I'm actually at 90 degrees to the lathe to do that.
You're trying to make this as light as possible so the dowel doesn't break.
And to get the taper, all I'm doing is lifting the handle. So I start there and I just lift the handle as I go down the taper. I'm keeping the cut here, bottom half of the tool, so the corners don't catch. He says just as he catches the corner.
Lucy's saying good night, everybody.
Take care,
Good
Lucy.
night, Lucy.
Thanks for coming in.
Cheers, Lucy. And you can do a cove with a skew, but it's not easy.
Andy the Valley Woodturner says he has a Clark XR80, 20.5 kilowatt diesel industrial space heater in the garage. That's a big one.
Yeah, we've got an industrial space heater, but I don't
Yeah.
rate them. They don't last long. Start cutting out and things like that. But I mean, when Glyn was doing Yorkshire Great, it was on a long time every day. So
Yeah, but that was a very big workshop.
yeah,
I mean, mine is well 6 meters by 3 meters. I put my heater on and within an hour, it's plenty warm enough.
mm.
Right, so I think that's kind of where I want to be. So just clear a bit of this bottom away. And I can start sanding. Oh yeah, I'm going to give this away, am I?
You are.
How are we going to do it? Word in the comments.
Yeah. Makes it easy, doesn't it?
Let's have
Yeah,
the
you
word
just
Gimble. Obviously, you can't do it yet, but when it's processed and it's back up again, just go in and put a comment on there and put the word Gimble in there. You can write something else as well if you want, but the word Gimble. and then we'll go from that. That's if you're daft enough to want it.
I like the idea though.
Yeah.
Right, so that's just been hit with a bit of 240. I'm not going to bother to sound any better than that. That's good enough because this is going to be oil when I finished it. What I will do now is put my candle holder in, because sometimes you can push them in reasonably easy. Sometimes you kind of need the lathe to press them in or drop them on the floor, whichever.
It's just in view. So just bring the tailstock up with nothing in it, just a flat spot. Line everything up. Just wind it in, and you've got a press that'll put it in there nice and tidy. Dean's asking which oil do you use?
I'm going to use Danish oil because burnish oil is good, but it needs to be burnished, so you can't really use it. Well, you could use it. It's not so easy to use it off the lathe. Danish oil, you can just put it on there and then buff it with a rag, and it's good.
It'll cure in a few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'll cure in, well,
12
overnight, no
hours,
problem,
yeah.
and then you can put another coat on the next day. So it's pretty quick. How are we doing for time?
It's 24 minutes past 9.
It's not too bad. Terry takes longer, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, he
at least
certainly
another hour.
does.
Well, this is where it all goes horribly wrong. I bring my speed down a little bit. Let's give myself more of a chance of getting it right. And I'm going to be using the skew upside down. So the leading point is at the front. I'm just going to try and catch that. Get that shaving raised. And bring it round. The reason I'm using the leading point is because I'm quite a long way down in there. If I was trying to use the heel, then it would be difficult to get it there. Now I'm going to be even sillier, because I could sand that little line out ever so easily, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use the skew in a normal mode and just try and catch a burr there. And blend that in.
I was just holding my breath there for a second, or 10.
That's where you very often get a spiral pattern, just as you come into the finishing of the project.
Yeah, so you've
Now,
done
sand
all that
right down
work.
in there where I can. Again, 240 grit is all it needs. But you know, you probably do a better job if you started with 180 and went up to 400. But 240 is good enough.
Alan Gibbs says you're a braver man than he is. Nice spiral springs to mind.
Yeah, it's very easy to get it wrong at that point, and I have done many times. Well, as I'm going to give this away, I'm not going to glue it now because now I would use CA glue. But I wouldn't want to use CA glue on anything real. Because it doesn't last very well. And also I need to oil this and finish it off properly, which I'm not going to do online.
Jennifer's saying good night, all. Good night, Jennifer.
Good night, Jennifer. Thanks for
Hang
popping
on
in.
just 30 seconds, Jennifer. And yeah, it's my gimbal, which ain't working. It's not heavy enough. I need more weight in the bulb.
Or smaller candle.
Or a smaller candle, yeah. But
Yep, we get the idea though.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's the idea of it. Yeah, a smaller candle will be the answer. But yeah, not glued together, not finished properly, but that's it.
Great job, Pete. I like the idea.
Is. Yeah.
Try to take the candle out and pull the legs out. That's not good.
If it was all glued in, though, it would be.
It'd be
Yeah, that's it. It all
Solid.
needs gluing yet, but so I'm going to use wood glue to glue it, not CA.
Brilliant.
And that's it. One project.
Something
nicely done,
different.
Pete.
Yeah. Very nice.
Well, thanks everybody for coming in. I've had a bit of fun with that. So it came out of my imagination, so nothing's measured or worked out properly.
Well done.
But
Don't forget, everyone, come back in after the video and stick your name in the comments.
if you're
Add the
interested
word
in winning
Gimble.
this after I've oiled it and glued it, then put Gimble in the comments. And it won't be next weekend because I'm away. But within the next couple of weeks, whenever we get a chance, I will do a online draw thing, and we'll do it that way,
Okay.
the usual way, and somebody can have it.
Good job.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't. If you're not subscribed to William, please get over and subscribe to William because he's very close to the next landmark.
3 more.
And
3
he's
more
going
now.
to give away something really mega, like maybe Terry's lathe or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, could do that. Because he rarely uses it.
Well, that's it. And yeah, so get him up there if you can. Get your mum to subscribe or your
Yeah.
kids or whatever. Just get somebody subscribed to him.
Oh.
And
Bless you.
Terry is not back next Sunday. It's the Sunday after he's back.
The Sunday after,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I'm going to be in France looking for Terry next Sunday, so I won't be around. So no live next Sunday evening, but hey ho, we'll see you in a couple of
Brian
weeks.
has no workshop.
Brian hasn't got a workshop because the builders haven't turned up.
Now, Andy Best is asking for a link to William. Can you put a link in, William?
I can't. I don't have.
You don't have a spanner? Why haven't you got a spanner?
I have a spanner, yeah, but hold on now. You'll be able to do it a lot quicker than me, Pete.
I've got to find you first.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Uh,
You got a lot of nice comments, Pete, for that. There we go.
good man, Pete.
So that's the link to Williams whatever.
Channel.
Yeah, that goes
Channel.
to one of William's
Yeah,
videos,
channel.
but you'll find his channel
Thank
from
you.
there.
I
Yeah.
couldn't think of the word then.
was just quicker to find a video than it was to find the channel.
He just needs 3. Come on, Pete. 3.
Just 3 more.
3 more.
I had to go and check if I was
Yeah, no, you are, Joe.
subscribed, but
Yeah.
well, you never know. You subscribe to that many people, don't you? So
Yep. Well, it's been fun. It's been grand to catch up with you in particular, Joe, because we haven't spoken for a few weeks.
no, we
But,
haven't. No.
Thanks for coming in, everybody. And we're going to end the stream at that point. So cheerio from Joe. Cheerio from William.
Cheerio.
Take care, everybody.
Cheerio
Thanks for
from
coming
me.
Till
in.
next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Cheers. Can't end the stream.